Yeah, the difference between happiness and fulfillment really lies in an understanding of the difference between emotion and condition. Happiness is an emotion, and it's fleeting. It floats through our lives as an experience that we have in the temporary sense, but one that is never universally sustained. And we understand it to be a state of relief, right? When we're happy, we're generally not troubled. We're not near to danger or imminent threat or the dissolution of relationships or violence, etc. And so we experience happiness as the result of a particular kind of harmonious dynamic, right? It could be anything from attending a concert with a musician that we love to a moment of sweet harmony between us and our spouse. But it's resultant from these movements in our lives. We can't produce it, as it were, by our will. It follows on the coattails of a life well lived. Fulfillment is a condition. If happiness is an emotion, fulfillment is a condition. And it's the general condition of being fulfilled. Okay? And what that means is that we don't experience ourselves in lack. There are all kinds of claims about pathways into fulfillment. Inside of a Christian worldview, the simplest way to say what fulfillment might amount to and how we might arrive there is that we have a will and a heart and a soul and a body that are disposed to the interests of God. They're aligned with the nature of things. And there's harmony there. And so no purpose is separated from another purpose in that integrated life that we're talking about. And the fulfillment is an experience of all of the domains of my experience being ones inside of which I'm bearing fruit and I'm receiving fruit inside of the natural rhythm of things, inside of the way that things have been created. And the contrast, the absence of fulfillment, is usually a misalignment between nature and my will. Okay? And it could be my human nature, it could be my contrasting or oppositional experiences with the created order itself. It could be my refusal to succumb to the nature of human relationships, what human relationships require if they're to flourish, right? And so where we can tie this back to locus of control. If my locus of control is external, and by that we mean that I regard responsibility for my well-being to reside outside of me, then I am going to be a perpetually unfulfilled person. I'm going to be an unfulfilled agent, because it ends up being the truth that my human nature requires or is contingent on my willingness to take responsibility for myself in the world. And the best way to do that is to align my will and my interests with the way that the world has been made. In other words, we might say to align my will to the will of God. Fulfillment is found in that kind of alignment, and fulfillment is also thereby found in internal locus of control.